Greetings from Gettysburg National Battlefield Museum.
It's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
Wow, we had no plans on coming here.
No, in fact, we were headed to Lancaster to see the Amish, and I said, we see the Amish every day. We live right by them.
We live by the Amish.
So we're really close to Gettysburg. Let's do it. So we're doing it.
That was a good suggestion she had. We ditched the Amish for Gettysburg, and
we chose Gettysburg over Hershey's, Pennsylvania.
I can't wait to get inside and take a look at what's going on. Let's go.
It's going to be a great day. Of course, at Gettysburg, you have to have Mr. Lincoln. Because when you think of Gettysburg, you think of Lincoln. And when you think of Lincoln, you think of Gettysburg.
Inside the building, we had a little bit of a delay this morning in that we walked halfway up into the RV parking lot, and there's a sign that says no backpacks. So we're going into the video right now to start our day watching the video. Getting all settled in here to our seat. As usual, Nancy's cold because of the air conditioning, so she's gonna put her coat on.
There. Now I have my shirt on, so I feel better. So we're getting ready to do this movie. I'm gonna get my Kleenex out because I'm pretty sure it'll be sad. After the video, you go into another room. You go up by an escalator to the
Cyclorama.
Yes, and it's a painting of this battle that was done in 1884. It opened in Boston. Am I correct?
Yep.
Anyway, fabulous.
They've preserved it very well here, so we're really enjoying taking a look at our time here. And so we're going to move on to the next exhibit.
Here we go.
We just got a special privilege here in that they had this example here on the wall, the painting, and there was a man standing here with his wife, and apparently he's an expert on the Civil War, so he was explaining everything, and we just kind of eavesdropped, and it was pretty interesting listening to him. We like this music display
because it not only provided entertainment for them, it also gave like a rhythm
for maneuvers, and stuff like that.
For going into battle.
And they could pass the time away between battles listening to music. So this display shows some instruments that would be indicative of that era.
This museum is really done well, don't you think?
Yeah, there's a lot. There is so much to see. We cannot see it all. And we'd like to talk about some of the exhibits, but they put out music and they give us a copyright strike. But hope you enjoy some of the pictures we have. We are just going to sit here and wait for the next show to come on in this little kiosk area.
Right, it's moving. Here it comes.
Well, we're sitting outside waiting on our bus tour, but I was just sitting here thinking about the fact that when I was in high school, you had to memorize the Gettysburg Address, and you know, when I think about the Gettysburg Address, I always think about Gettysburg, of course. And you know, it's funny, is like still today, I can remember that speech, and it's ingrained in my mind. I won't quote the whole thing for you, but I, you know, always remember 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men were created equal. I guess when Lincoln made that speech, he probably didn't know that all these high school kids many years later would still be memorizing that. I don't think they do that today, but what a shame. Having a great day.
President Roosevelt dedicated this eternal flame, which was the first one of its kind. Actually, Jacqueline Kennedy got the idea for President Kennedy's from this. I forget the year it was dedicated.
1936, maybe? I don't remember.
So.
Yeah.
But our guide just said that the last Civil War veteran died in 1956. He was 109.
Wow. So we are on this bus tour. I highly recommend this bus tour. I'll probably say this 2 or 3 times, but having a certified guide along with you, pointing things out to you, is really cool.
He grew up in Gettysburg.
Yep.
He's been here his whole life. He had relatives that served in the war here.
So, you know, you see the eternal flame behind us. Let's pan around just a little bit here. If you look behind us, you can see that the battlefield just goes on and on and on. It's amazing. I was surprised at the size of this place. As we walk around the battlefield here today, I want to point out something that you'll see a lot of these monuments around here, and I don't know about this one in particular, but most of the monuments that are in the park were not placed here by the government, but actually by the veterans themselves. So the veterans would come out here and mark spots that they stood in the battlefield, and would mark spots that their regiment stood. And then what would happen is that, you know, all these places would do this, and then eventually the government came in and made this national monument. But most of the things you see here were placed by the veterans themselves.
Low arms is called Napoleons. They fired about a mile. Look down a green barrel with smooth inside, smooth bores, which means they fire round ammunition like this. Anything with a smooth bore is round ammunition, was a mustard.
Very interesting fact. The guy who did Mount Rushmore also did this monument here. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. So we were just listening to our guide talk about this. I'm going to show it to you up close, but what you can see here is, you see in the center of the statue, you see a very brave man charging forward. You see a young man with a scared look on his face, and the guy on his left is an older veteran whispering in his ear. Pretty somber statue.
We are up where the Union soldiers were. They keep calling like the hook.
The hook, yeah.
Right. So we are in like the crook of the hook.
we are so glad that we went ahead and splurged a little bit and bought this bus tour.
So proud of him. He is spending money.
This is, we tried to do this on our own, and man, this guide is just really helpful.
I can't read a map.
So anyway, he says we got to get back on the bus because we're running behind.
Get on the bus, Gus. We just got off our tour bus. We're headed back down to the RV parking where we left everybody. And the cicadas are deafening right now. I'm not sure why.
This morning when we started out,
Wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that loud. It's kind of funny. You'll see them landing on people, and they look like they're in a karate class.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then kids are screaming and freaked out like they've never seen a bug before in their life. We think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
The rain is held off. We're very thankful for that.
so we're trying to hightail it down here really quick. It's supposed to start raining in 10 minutes, but
Yeah, we've had a full day.
all right, we're gonna keep hauling on down here and see what's going on.